Okay, time to take a look at the VEVOR router. Hey, that's cool. Check that out. Not many routers actually come with their own case. So we got our dust collector attachment, we got our instructions, and it looks like it also comes with some brushes, which is great. Nice. That is a great big router. It's got a trigger on the side, and it does have a safety, so you press that, and then you can pull the trigger. And I do like that location, so you can hold the trigger and you can still run this thing comfortably. These grips are even angled forward a little bit to make it even more comfortable. That is a very nice design. We got a somewhat rubbery material here for the grip. We got our speed settings. Like that I can basically reach everything right there. We got a bunch of thumb screws for adding our attachments. So if you want to use a guide or something like that, we can do that easily. We got our brush port right here on the right and one on the left. We got our openings on both sides, and that is going to accommodate this guide attachment. Nice, thick, heavy-duty rods on there. Cool. And then we got this plate, which will attach onto it. I like that these are all thumb screws, so we don't have to carry around tools with us to make adjustments on it. So there we go. We could run this thing right up against a wall and make a nice clean cut. We could flip it over. We also got this attachment for it, so if we want to, we can drop this on there, and then we could glide from the inside. We got an extra thumb screw just in case we lose one. We got a chuck, and it does have a light coating of oil on there to make sure it's not going to rust in shipment, so I like seeing that. And we got our chuck wrench. So everything right here in this case. Oh, that's cool. It comes with a chuck on. This is a 1/2-inch chuck, and this is a 1/4-inch chuck. So depending on the type of bits that you have, you can make this work with it. That is awesome. Now, one of the coolest things about this is that it actually has a plunge function. So you can actually drop this thing. So that way, if you need to like cut a channel inside of a piece of wood or something like that, you can actually drop this in, which is something you cannot do with one of those portable routers. Those are just designed to go around the outside. Theoretically, you could kind of tip it in and then go, and maybe you could make it work. But this is a tool that's actually designed to do that. So that is awesome. And then once you get the depth you like, if you want to lock it there, that's what that's for. That is cool. Now if you want to adjust it, we got this stop right here. So you can have that automatically set to whatever length that you want. So if you got a certain depth that you're always going for, you can just set that there and it will always hit it. We got another stop right here, but this is going to set our downward stop. So if you want to make a special cut, you want to make sure that it's nice and even, we can just set that. And you can see we even got a gauge right here so we can measure out what it's going to be. Oh, this is cool. I've actually not seen one of these. So this way you can get a quick tune. So whenever you do your plunge, you'll be right there. And then if you want to make a quick adjustment, just hit the next stop. That's actually pretty cool. This is a very good design. I like that. We got a push button right here for the chuck. So if you're going to be spinning the chuck and you want it to lock, there we go. Now it is locked, so you can turn that. You don't have to worry about it spinning. And then we also have a guard. So if you want to make sure that all the chips are going to get deflected in one direction and not toward you, we can throw that guy on. And then for the dust extractor, this will kind of sit in like that. There's a couple of nuts that were inside this package, so those will sit on top. And then on the bottom of the router, tighten up those screws right there. So those are captured. They're never going to fall out. That is a very cool design. I think the biggest thing is right here. This is a 15 amp router. So that means this is going to be able to move a lot of material very quickly. It's not going to be bogging down like you would get with a lesser router. So right now I'm using an edging bit. So this is basically for trim or just kind of whatever edges you want to put on there. You can see right there it's got a bearing on it. So basically the wood is going to press up against that, and that's where it's going to stop. So that way we're going to have a consistent edge all the way across. So right now I got it set to speed 2, which is probably going to be more than enough. And there we go. That is an easy way to get a very cool edge. This thing has a ton of power. Like, I barely felt this thing move, so this is not going to bog down. And on top of that, it's not very loud, which is something that everybody can appreciate. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. That is a very nice router.